Hey GED students, I had a student send me this problem on YouTube. Osvariable 10 sent in this one, wondering how to solve an inequality when it has 4 terms. 1, 2, 3, 4 terms. Okay, so let's take a look. So basically, no matter how many terms you have, a really great beginning principle to solving, whether it's solving inequations or inequalities, is to simplify before you start solving. Do any forwards math that we know how to do before we start that process of isolating the variable, getting the letter alone. Okay, and so I will remind you that when we simplify expressions. So there's an expression on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the inequality sign. So let's just put a line through our inequality sign so we can consider these two sides separately. So let's consider the left-hand side first. Is there any simplifying we know how to do? Any numbers I can put together? Any symbols I can obey? Well, absolutely there is. I see a positive 5 and a positive 3a. We've always been able to combine like terms, that's add or subtract the same kinds of things. In this case, both these things are a terms. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and add them. If I have 5a and I add 3 more a, that will give me a total of 8a, positive 8a. Now, anything you haven't been able to simplify, you just drop down. So I'm going to drop down that 3 from above. I'm going to drop down that greater than sign, and then there's nothing to do here with the 3 on the right hand side. It's just a single solitary number, so I'll drop it down. All right, now I've done all the simplifying I can do. See this 3 plus 8a? I couldn't put it together if I wanted to because those are not like terms. It's time to start solving, working to get the letter alone. And do remember, when we're solving, we work the order of operations backwards. So I'm going to move anything that's adding or subtracting first. So this 3 is adding with the 8a, and so I'm going to move away the 3 by doing the opposite, subtracting. Let's use a different color for my balance change. I'm going to subtract 3. Now, we can do whatever we want to an equation or an inequality in this case, as long as we do it to both sides. So I'm going to go ahead and balance my change by subtracting 3 from the right-hand side as well. And now let's see what our new inequality will be. Well, on the left-hand side, 3 minus 3 just zeroes out. It's gone. And if I have 0 plus 8a, well, that's just 8a. Supposed to have blue here. Okay, so 8a. And now I'll keep my inequality sign as greater than. Now, what's 3 minus 3? A lot of students freak out. There's nothing left, Kate. Yeah, y'all, we have a number for that. 3 minus 3 is 0. If there's absolutely nothing left on that side, just plunk a 0 down there. I didn't put a 0 here because 0 plus 8a is 8a. But on the right-hand side, the 0 was all that was there, and so I do keep my 0. Okay, I'm almost done now. I'm almost done, but a is not quite alone. Right now, a has that multiplier of 8. Remember, when two things are shoved together like this, they're multiplying. So if I want to get rid of that, I've got to do the opposite. The opposite of multiplying by 8 is dividing by 8. And again, I can do whatever I want to an equality as long as I do it to both expressions. Okay, so multiplying and dividing by 8 are opposites. They cancel. A is alone just like I wanted. And 0 divided by 8, careful, it's not 8, guys. If you have no money and you share it among 8 friends, you know what you all end up with? Nothing. It's 0. All right, and so I end up with this solution. A is greater than 0, and osvariable 10. I don't know if you were asked to graph your solution, but since that's common, I'm going to go ahead and graph the solution on a number line. So I'm going to bust out a number line. I'm going to make sure I have 0 on it. Now this is a strictly greater than sign. There's no little equal hash mark underneath, and so I am going to use an open dot to say 0 is not included. And then I'm going to go off in the direction, the greater than direction. See how it looks like the greater than arrowhead? I'm going to shade out that way. All right, so there's the solution, and there's the solution graphed on a number line. If you have any questions about this or any other GED math topic, be sure to drop it in the comments, and I'll do my best to answer it.